We've got Reebok, we've got Adidas, and we've got Fanatics. Cue the bumper.
Hey, who's got it better than us?
Welcome back to Jersey Head University, the intersection of authentic sportswear and passionate storytelling. We're working hard to create quality content for all the major sports leagues and really aspire to be the de facto resource for all things related to sports jerseys. We would love to hit our first milestone of 1,004 subscribers before the holidays, but we know we can't do it without your support. Consider supporting our channel by running the triple option, subscribing, liking, and commenting on today's video. So Fanatics is the new kid on the block, and everybody's really excited about the new jerseys. A lot of people have been wondering what is the difference between the new Fanatics jerseys and the previous Adidas jerseys. We're going to take it one step further. In addition to comparing Fanatics to Adidas, we're also going to compare these jerseys to Reebok. Let's take a look at the Reebok Indo-Edge jersey, the Adidas Authentic jersey, and the Fanatics Premium jersey on a deeper level. We'll cover overall impressions, quality, pros and cons, and any other thoughts that might be important. One quick note, guys. The jerseys featured in this video will be the retail authentic, and these are not the on-ice made in Canada jerseys. If you want to see those jerseys, let me know in the comments. For anyone with questions on sizing, I go into comprehensive detail in my video on the Fanatics Premium jersey. But if you want to leave a comment down below, I'm happy to help answer any questions you guys might have. And with all that out of the way, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, here we go. On the top, we've got the Reebok jersey. In the middle, we've got the Adidas jersey. And on the bottom, we've got the Fanatics jersey. Quick history lesson. Prior to the Indo-Edge jerseys, all on-ice and retail authentic jerseys were made in Canada. After the release of the Edge 2.0 Reebok jerseys, they continue to make the on-ice jerseys in Canada. However, for the retail jerseys, they began making these in Indonesia, hence the term Indo-Edge. Unfortunately, production for retail jerseys were never moved back to Canada until recently. That means unless you got a player issue jersey, all Adidas jerseys and most Fanatics jerseys will be made overseas. Let's compare the details for all three jerseys and see where we stand. Manufacturing is pretty self-explanatory. For the Indo-Edge jerseys, they had this lime green stripe across the top. It would say made in Indonesia, have the Reebok word logo, and indicate the size. Adidas had a similar labeling. It would say made in Indonesia, have the Adidas logo, and the sizing. And depending on when the jersey was manufactured, this label down here would either say Climate Light, Aero Ready, or Prime Green. And for Fanatics, it would either say Premium up at the top or Authentic Pro, depending on which jersey you purchased. And the Fanatics jerseys will also have a heat-pressed label below the neckline, indicating the size, country of manufacture, and of course the NHL and Fanatics logos. Reebok had this cloth NHL shield, and unlike the later ones, these actually were stitched all the way through. For Adidas, it was this rubberized shield. Very glossy, shiny, and it's got some texture. Unlike Reebok though, these were heat sealed on and not sewn on. And Fanatics was similar, although depending on the angle and the lighting conditions, you almost get more of a rainbow sheen. You can kind of see it here. And this one is also not stitched on. Now, because these jerseys try to mimic the on-ice jersey, the shoulders for all three jerseys will be double layered. The outlier here is gonna be Adidas. Both Reebok and Fanatics use a similar fabric on the shoulders as they do the rest of the jersey. However, the shoulder dimples was an Adidas thing, and you don't see this on any other branded jersey. With all the jerseys being authentic tier, all three of them will have chain stitch logos, both for the shoulder patches and for the chest logo. I do feel that the chain stitching for the actual on-ice jerseys don't loosen up as easily, but honestly guys, that could just be in my head. The numbers could be kind of a wild card. What I mean by that is, depending on how good or bad the numbers are, that has less to do with Reebok, Adidas, and Fanatics, and more to do with the lettering company that actually did the work. The Reebok jersey was customized by City Sports Lettering, which is the same company that actually does the on-ice jerseys for the team. The early Adidas jerseys took a huge step back in terms of the number quality. If you guys notice, It's not even 2 layers of twill. It's one single layer, and the top white color is basically painted on. If you ordered a standard jersey that was not customized through Fanatics or NHL Shop, you probably got something like this. Luckily, this was addressed with the later prime green jerseys, and those will actually have separate layers for each number. And for Fanatics, these are similar to the later Adidas prime green jerseys in that each individual color is a separate layer of twill. All 3 jerseys will have ventilation panels in the underarm area. This wasn't a prevalent feature on the old CCM jerseys, and they only started doing this once Reebok took over the contract. As far as the fabric on the main body itself, a lot of people knock Reebok for the fabric, but honestly, I think this feels a lot nicer and a lot thicker than Adidas and Fanatics. The main body fabric for both the Adidas and the Fanatics feel incredibly similar, and honestly guys, I can't tell too big of a difference, if any. The main crest for all 3 jerseys will also feel very similar. From the feathers, to the makeup, to the hair, everything is going to be chain stitched. It's not a big issue, but I have noticed that the crest for the retail jerseys is quite a bit flimsier than the on-ice jerseys. And that's the same for both Adidas and Fanatics. That being said, these will definitely wrinkle more easily than the on-ice jerseys, so keep that in mind guys when you're washing. All 3 jerseys will have fight straps, but these are not reinforced and they will not hold up as well as an on-ice jersey. The Reebok is 100% polyester and made in Indonesia. This is actually a very similar tag as the old Reebok NFL jerseys. Adidas jerseys are also made in Indonesia and is 100% polyester. And then finally for the Fanatics, we've also got 100% polyester and made in Indonesia. If I got a damn nickel for every time I complain about these tags in my videos, I'd have a whole lot of nickels. Moving on to the back, of course, we've got different logos for each branded jersey. Reebok has been a little bit inconsistent. I've seen some logos where the patch is stitched on, and I've seen others where there's no stitching and it's just heat pressed on there. The Adidas logo is sewn on the back. For retail jerseys, the stitching won't come through to this side of the fabric. However, for on-ice jersey, it may or may not, depending on the year it was manufactured. And finally, we've got the Fanatics logo. This is just a simple stitching, not much else to say. We kind of skipped over the sleeves earlier, but everything on the jersey is sewn on. So none of the sleeve stripes are screen printed. For the white Reebok jersey, the black stripes are sewn on, and this red stripe is sublimated into the fabric. And for both the Fanatics and the Adidas, every individual color is sewn on separately. 2 future Hall of Famers and 1 future superstar. Gotta love it. Now for the back paneling, the Reebok jersey is going to be the most unique by far. Unlike the later jerseys, these were a lot more intricate. The front body, the shoulders, and the sleeves are made of one fabric, and the back and side panels are actually made of an entirely different fabric. This material is much more breathable. The different fabrics for the different paneling was actually something they had originally made for the 1.0 jersey. I've actually got a whole nother video on that, and you guys should totally go check it out. Because the 1.0 jerseys were such a colossal failure, they brought back the old air knit materials for some of the jersey, but they kept the new mesh fabric for the back panels. Compare that with Adidas and Fanatics, which are a little bit more boring. The fabric on the back is the same fabric on the front. We talked about this earlier, but the white jersey was customized by City Sport lettering, so the specifications and the quality of the numbers are on par with the on-ice jerseys. The Adidas jersey is an early Clima Light jersey, so it's going to be flimsy, it's only going to be 1 layer, and it feels really cheap. The numbers on the Fanatics jersey are not as good as the Reebok jersey, but if you bought this as a blank and also sent it to City Sport lettering, you could get pretty much the same quality numbers. It is incredibly difficult to see the stitching for the fight strap because it's sewn a little bit higher and the numbers cover it up. On the Adidas and the Fanatics, you can see it a little bit easier. Here's a quick look at the inside of the fight strap. I've mentioned this in my other videos, but some fans complain that this is not reinforced. My counter argument is this is a fan jersey, guys, and it's not meant to be worn on ice. And there we go, guys. That's the back of the jerseys. In terms of sizing, I'm 5 foot 8 inches and roughly 170 pounds. With hockey jerseys, I prefer it to be just baggy enough to where I can wear the same size, whether or not I'm layering with a hoodie or a sweatshirt underneath. That being said, for a Reebok, I typically do 46 or 50, and I feel pretty good layering with either size. For Adidas, I do strictly 46 because 50 is just a little bit too baggy for my taste, and I can technically fit into a 44, but then it would be impossible to layer. One quick note about these newer jerseys is that some people complain that when they taper out, they almost fit like a dress, but honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. And for Fanatics, I actually found that those jerseys actually fit a little bit tighter than Adidas. So I tried on a size 46 Fanatics, and it felt more like a size 44 Adidas. So for Fanatics, I actually went up to a size 50. One final note on sizing. Because all of these jerseys are made for retail, the sleeves will not be as baggy as they would be for an on-ice jersey, and the body will be overall more tapered. And there we go, guys. It's a quick look at the Reebok, Adidas, and Fanatics retail authentic jerseys. I would love to hear your thoughts. Personally, I think there's things to like about all three jerseys. A lot of people will complain that these are not the on-ice jerseys, but they were never meant to be as such. These are retail authentic jerseys, guys, and if you compare them to the on-ice jerseys, you're never going to be happy. I think the quality of the Reebok Indo Edge will be a little bit better than the Adidas and the Fanatics, but really all three are fine options. From a rarity standpoint, the Reeboks will probably be the hardest to find since they are a little bit older. If you want to save money, the Adidas will be easily the best choice. They're not hard to find, they're marked down in price, and the quality is more or less the same as Fanatics. But hey, if you like getting a shiny new object, pick yourself up one of these. Or better yet, if you want what the players are wearing, spend $425 for an authentic pro on-ice jersey. Whichever jersey you pick, I think you'll be okay. But that'll do it for this episode, guys. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and turn on notifications for all the latest updates. Alright, we'll catch you in the next one.